If you have ever wondered how you can reduce unsubscribes, and this video is for you. It's going to be a quick video explaining how, if, there's one strategy that I really like to use that is underused to reduce the amount of unsubscribes that you get, right? So, and it's always a tricky issue, right? Because you want to allow people to unsubscribe if they want to. There's no point keeping people around that don't want to be on your email list. They're just going to mark you as spam, interact negatively with the emails, and not lead to a bunch of sales. Frustrated customers in general don't lead to a lot of sales. So the answer is never to make it harder for people to unsubscribe, but you can make it easier for people to give you feedback and to give you their preferences. And that can happen within a couple clicks, right? You don't have to you don't have to set up a whole support system for it. It can be all automated. The way we get feedback in emails really just by having people update their preferences. But you can take it one step further, and that's what I'm going to show you in this email. So in this email, we want to send a recurring reminder for something that happens every 2 months in the aviation space here. So there are these new charts that are published every 8 weeks, and so people who use these charts need to update them. So they need to buy new ones. And so we thought we were going to send a reminder to people that have purchased these charts in the past, right? This is kind of the best way that we would have engaged with these charts. Anyone who's shown interest in these charts should get this email. But then what if someone just kind of browsed or got onto the page accidentally, or is for any reason not interested in getting these charts? Now they're on the list, they're going to get an email every 8 weeks showing them charts they're not interested in. So that's a problem. Why? Because we might get unsubscribes because people are annoyed with this email, but these people might purchase a bunch of other things from emails. So we really don't want to just have them unsubscribe from the entire email list just because they don't like this one type of email. And so it's our responsibility to find a way to give them the option to only unsubscribe from these emails, right? And we want to make it easy. So what I want to avoid in this situation is sending people to an unsubscribe page where they have an option to unsubscribe from everything, right? I still want to have that around for, obviously it's for legal reasons, but also just to give people the option to unsubscribe if they don't want to receive anything anymore. That should always be there. But I think the most evident option should be, so if we go down here, you have the call to action at the bottom, see all new charts, and then we have this button here, stop sending me new chart alerts. And what you can do in Klaviyo, and I'm pretty sure in other ESPs as well, is you can build custom hosted pages very easily that will update custom properties in Klaviyo. So what we can do is have this be a button that doesn't go to the unsubscribe page, right? It just goes to, are you sure you want to stop receiving chart alerts? And then you put your email. It should populate your email if you're actually receiving an email. This is just because it's a preview. And then you can hit update preferences, and it's just going to save that as a custom property. And we can then, on the back end, exclude people who said they don't want to receive these emails anymore. So that's an elegant way, no distractions, to get people to tell us, hey, I don't really care about these emails, but I'm okay receiving the rest of them, right? We don't have to get them to tell us all that. All they have to do is click 2 buttons. And there's no distraction, so there's no way for them to jump off to something else or unsubscribe completely. If they want to unsubscribe completely, obviously there's always the bottom unsubscribe. That's not an issue, but this is the obvious button. So if their reaction to this email is, oh, I'm annoyed, I don't want to receive these chart emails, they have an easy option here to not get them anymore, right? So, and this builds trust with the customers as well, because we show them that we care about their opinion. We're not just trying to spam them. We're trying to be respectful of their inbox. This is an important notification for people who are interested in these products, but it doesn't mean that we have to send it to everyone and just spam a bunch of people. So this is, I think this is not done enough, to have a certain type of email and just have a custom page only for that sort of notification to collect one piece of information. One thing I will do here is add some times that people can stop receiving alerts for, because maybe they just want to stop receiving alerts for 6 months or a year, so that is something that I would I know I built this, I still have improvements to make, but I would definitely add a couple of options here for different time options that people can select, so that they don't just completely unsubscribe, but maybe they get resubscribed after a specific time if they just want to take a break from them. So very similar principle to the manage preference page, right? In fact, I use the same template from the manage preference page to just simplify it and only have it apply to one single option. So again, if you have a custom manage preference page already, this is super simple to set up, right? You just have to simplify it a little bit and change the options and make sure that the functionality works on the back end. But this is a really powerful way of reducing unsubscribes while building trust with your customers. And that's all I had to share for this video. Just I think this is, I'm not seeing it a lot in emails. And so I just wanted to show you this video to especially for recurring updates, stuff like that. It can be really useful to have an option for people to unsubscribe so that you don't lose customers to recurring emails when they actually would be interested in receiving other types of messaging. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and like and subscribe. Thank you.